The paralyzed little boy held the chalk with his feet, and it was unknown what he was writing on the ground. His sister thought he was drawing a triangle, but the last stroke was in the wrong position.
No, Christy, don't start there.
To confirm, his father drew a standard triangle next to him.
Now that's a triangle.
But the boy struggled to wipe it off with his body. But at this time, his mother seemed to see it.
That's an A.
The boy immediately sat up and agreed. He moved his body to the empty space in the middle, stood up, and continued to write with his feet. This time, the letter was a capital M. The family looked at him in surprise, and then O. The simple 2 letters made the boy sweat profusely. Before the boy finished writing, his mother's eyes were filled with tears, because she knew that the word the boy wrote this time was mother. 5 minutes later, the boy collapsed to the ground tiredly. This was the first time that the cerebral palsy boy wrote a complete word.
Jesus Christ. He's a brown. He's a brown, all right.
Christy's a brown!
The father excitedly picked up the boy and walked out of the house to show off everywhere, saying that his son was not a fool, but a genius. The boy's name is Brown. He has suffered from cerebral palsy since birth, so that his whole body is paralyzed and unable to take care of himself. The only part that can move is his left foot, but he has become a world-famous painter with his tenacious vitality. He is Christy Brown. His birth made the already impoverished family even more stretched. The family even had no money to buy him a wheelchair. Brown could only rely on his mother to carry him wherever he went. But as Brown grew up, his mother's care for him became more and more difficult. One day his mother sent Brown back to the room, but as soon as his mother left, Brown suddenly heard his mother's screams, and then there was no movement. He knew something must have happened to his mother. He sat up anxiously and wanted to go down to check. He supported his body with his left foot and climbed to the stairs. When his right foot was stuck, he kicked it down with his left foot. He slid down the stairs quickly and came to his mother. He began to kick the door desperately with his left foot. The neighbors heard the sound and rushed over curiously. His mother was sent to the hospital, and the adults gathered around Brown and talked about it. They all thought that this dumb fool was dragging his mother down. Brown sat on the ground and silently endured all kinds of strange looks. From then on, he secretly made up his mind that he didn't want to be a useless fool anymore. Brown began to write on the wooden board with chalk between his feet. At first, his family thought he was just scribbling because no one could understand his words. Until this day, Brown had completely spelled out the word mother. His family realized that Brown's body was incomplete, but his mind was sound.